All right, hello. I'm going to make a little video to go along with learn Ramblin Man. Just because I'm sitting here and I hate typing, so I'll make a video instead. Okay, so I wrote out kind of like I was doing the other night with terms of numbers, like scale tones, 1, 4, and 5, right? Because that generalizes it. It makes it not specific to the key, right? Okay, so the song has the 1 chord, the 4 chord, the 5 chord, and then the 6 minor. In the key of G, that's E minor. In the chorus, there's one other chord, but I'll get to that later. So this is the verse. So if you're playing guitar or ukulele, right? You could play those open chords in G, right? And then we'll move it up into the key that Aaron's going to sing it in by putting a capo on the 4th fret. You could practice either way, right? For other instruments, once the guitars put that capo on the 4th fret, they're going to be playing, those G shapes, but they're going to move up, right? Because remember, here's G, right? And if we move that up, and here's our root note of that chord, know the root notes of your chord, right? G, G sharp, A, right? So G sharp would be capo on the 1st, A capo on the 2nd, B flat capo on the 3rd, B is where we'd be, right? And I'd put that capo on the 4th fret, would be in the key of B, right? The 1, 4, and 5 in the key of B, B, E, and F sharp. And then the 6 minor is A flat minor. Okay, so I'm going to just play it both ways, right? So now I'm going to play it in the key of G, right? And I'll say that the only difference between the verse and the chorus is the second measure, right? For us here, the second measure is going to be the 4 chord C. In the chorus, it's F, which is a flatted 7th. That's why I wrote out the verse chords. Just let's learn those, and we'll do that substitution eventually, right? So we got G, C, 4, 1. 4, 5, 4, 1, minor, 6 minor, and 4, 1, 5, 1. Right, and there's that last line, right? We've seen that so much. 1, 5, 1. And there's in that last email I sent, my last document, I included 2 little videos I made with that G walk up. So when it goes from G to D and that turn around, you go, right? You hear that a lot. And then the G run, right? There's 2 videos in that last. I think it's the document on Circle Be Unbroken. I have those on the bottom. So now let's put the capo on the 4th, right? So remember I was talking about how you can change for singing, right? This is high for me, I'm like, Daddy was a gambler down in Georgia. Like, I'm just not comfortable singing that high. So I want to go lower. I can't, there's no capo down the other way, right? So I can only go up. But what I'm going to do is go down an octave, right? Am I saying, Daddy was a gambler down in Georgia? Now it's a little low for me, right? But I can put that capo on the 4th fret. And that's how we're going to play it, right? So now I'm in the key of B, right? That G chord up here becomes a B. Daddy was a gambler down in Georgia. Now that's in my range, right? So I wanted to sing lower. And by putting the capo on the 4th fret, I can go lower, right? That was a game down in Georgia, even at Nashville, Tennessee. I was having a good time, had a Bible never woman think the world of me. All right, so now I'm in B. Right? Again, you don't want to think about it when you're playing. When you're playing, you're just thinking, I'm playing these G, C, and D shapes, right? But when you're not playing, I do want you to think about it. I want you to know that this is the key of B and why it's the key of B, right? And if I move the capo down a fret or up a fret, what key that would leave us in, right? And the I like the arrangement. It's got, the only difference is the chorus is that second chord goes to that F shape, right? If in the key of B, it would be A, right? So it's like, Lord, I was born a rambling man, and it just keeps going, trying to make a living and doing the best I can, right? It just goes the same as the verse, except for that second chord. Lord, I was born a rambling man, and then everything else is the same. So it kind of has an arrangement, but really it's just that chord is the only different part. And then, which is nice, is there's a jam at the end, in the sense of, I was talking about the other day, and like Rich mentioned, like a jam band kind of jam, right? Because it just stays on those two chords, and it's for like a modal kind of jam. That's like a coda, right? A coda goes to at the end, repeats, and never comes back. So it's G shape, F shape, G shape, right? Or B, A, B.